This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7 from the KJV Version. The words come from the Apostle Peter, writing to believers scattered across regions of the Roman Empire in the first century. These Christians lived under increasing pressure. Some faced suspicion, exclusion, and open hostility because of their faith. Peter writes to steady them, reminding them how to live faithfully while surrounded by uncertainty. His letter travels across places such as Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. In small homes and quiet gatherings, believers would have listened as the words were read aloud, surrounded by ordinary sounds of daily life in Roman cities and villages. Then Peter writes a short but striking phrase, "Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you." 1 Peter 5, verse 7, KJV Version. The words are simple, yet they carry great weight. One phrase stands at the center of the verse, casting all your care. The word casting suggests a deliberate action. It is not a quiet placing or a careful arrangement. It is the act of throwing something away from oneself, letting it fall somewhere else. Peter chooses this word carefully. The believers who first heard this letter carried many kinds of burdens. They worried about safety, about their families, about how long their faithfulness would cost them comfort or security. These concerns were not imaginary. Their lives were genuinely uncertain. Yet Peter does not tell them that their cares are small. Instead, he tells them what to do with them, casting all your care upon him. The instruction does not suggest solving every difficulty or removing every danger. The world around them had not suddenly become safe or easy. Roman authority still ruled their cities, and opposition to their faith had not disappeared. But the place where their concerns belonged was not within their own strength. They were to cast them upon God. The phrase does not say some cares. It does not say only the serious ones or only the spiritual ones. It says all your care, the worries about daily provision, the strain of uncertainty, the quiet fears carried through the night. Every one of them could be placed into the hands of God. And Peter gives the reason in the final words of the verse. For he careth for you. This is the center of the promise. The command to cast cares upon God rests on something deeper than human effort. It rests on the character of God himself. He is not distant from the concerns of those who belong to him. He cares. The believers listening to this letter would have heard these words in rooms lit by oil lamps, among friends who shared the same fragile position in the world. Their circumstances had not changed in that moment, but the truth had been spoken plainly. They were not carrying their burdens alone. The same quiet assurance remains within these words today. The invitation is not loud, and it does not remove every difficulty from life. It points to something steady and enduring. The God who calls people to place their cares upon him is the God who truly cares for them. Sometimes it is worth returning to a single line of scripture and allowing it to settle slowly. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. You may wish to return to this verse again and let its words remain with you for a while. Subscribe to Jesus-DailyVerse for more quiet moments in Scripture.